sisters, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for always tuning in every week for more and more content. And today, we're gonna get right into a hot topic that us ladies tend to struggle with, okay? So remember, get your favorite snack, okay? Because we're gonna get into details. We're gonna get raw and uncut with this video, honey, all right? You know I don't hold back. You know I give you the tea, okay? And remember to tell a friend to tell a friend. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's get right into the video. Boom. Okay, so sisters, let me tell you, right? I've been on this celibacy journey, okay? And I have to say that it has completely changed my life. Now, you might be saying, like, how the hell does celibacy have so much power? Like, why do people amp up celibacy and all this stuff? I'm gonna get right into it, okay? I jotted some stuff down and I'm gonna explain to you guys how celibacy can really change your life, how and why, okay? So let's get right into the video. How to deal with celibacy. Well, first of all, celibacy is something that you have to mentally prepare yourself for. You have to tell yourself that, listen, you need me time. That's pretty much what it is. You need me time. You need time to yourself. You need to get your act together, so to speak. You need to recenter yourself, okay? You need to give yourself a chance to reconnect with your inner being, so to speak, okay? That's what celibacy is. Now, my experience with celibacy, first of all, let me tell you why I decided to go celibate, okay? I decided to go celibate, and I'm going to tell you the God honest truth. I decided to go celibate because anybody that knows me or watch any of my old videos, you'll know that, you know, I was married, okay? I was married for 12 years. Now, when I got a divorce, my husband said to me that the reason why he loved me so much was because of my bedroom skills, okay? And that hit me to the core. That really hurt. That wasn't the only reason, but that was one of his main reasons. And we're going to stay on topic, so I'm not going to stray, okay? That was one of his reasons, okay? And when he said that, it hit to the core because I just completely couldn't understand. Like, what do you mean 12 years together and that's all you cherished about me? Well, not all, so to speak, but one of the things, that's the only thing, you know, out of all characteristics that I have after everything that we've been through. So when he said that to me, it hit me to the core, okay? Yes, you know, I love sex. I'm gonna be honest. I have a high sexual tolerance, endurance, all of that, okay? But it's not something that's a deal breaker for me. And for a lot of people, sex is a deal breaker. It's not for me. I love it, but it's not a deal breaker for me. Okay. After my divorce, started dating somebody else. Maybe 2 years, maybe a year and a half later. Was it 2 years? It was hitting 2 years. Maybe a year and a half later. Okay. We had amazing sexual chemistry, okay? Like, the sex was the bomb.com, okay? But I realized that he too was just in it for the sex. Like, literally. And you know, when you're going through a divorce, you're lonely, you know, you're vulnerable, or not necessarily going through a divorce, but just coming out of a very nasty divorce where family, friends, children, everything is involved. You know, you're mentally impaired. You're just like, you're out of it. You just want something to cope, right? And to me, at that time, sex was my way of coping. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sex was my everything after my divorce. I was like, what the hell? I can't smoke, I can't drink, I've never been that type. So why not have a little boyfriend and blow his mind whenever I feel like it? Okay? But the problem with that is he became obsessed with the sex and not necessarily me as an individual. So that gave him ample opportunity to take advantage of me, to disrespect me, to lie, to so-called cheat, to do all of the above. And I was just like, oh, hell no. Sisters, you know, anybody that know me know I don't put up with BS, okay? You could be, I don't care who you are. I don't put up with BS. I got to go, okay? I'm out of there like swimwear. So that was that. All right. Then maybe like I stayed to myself for maybe like 6-7 months. And met someone else. Now, with this person, it really wasn't about the sex, to be honest. It was more of like a mental connection. Like, that person was able to like stimulate my mind without even talking to me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, but it was just so intriguing. It was everything that I needed, everything that I craved. I was just like, ooh, this is different. Like, because, you know, sex is physical. It's physical, but it's like he used to make love to my mind. Like, and I was just like mind blown. I was just like, oh my God, like I never had that before. Like, it's so I think I became obsessed with him because of that reason. But then, you know, as we spent more time together and stuff like that, I started to find out the truth about him. And it was like another slight devastation, to be honest, because you expect people to be honest. You expect people to understand that your life is not a game, it's not a joke. You know, you only got one life to live, and you don't want to be out here risking it for the wrong person for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. And you would expect grown people to act like grown people and say like, well, hey, you know, I'm coming out of a marriage, or I'm still dealing with a divorce, or I got this baby mother on the side, or something, you know. But they don't do that. So that became a whole nother situation. And it just got me to the point where I was like, okay, you know what? Time to pump the brakes. So here I was, you know, just trying to cope, just trying to get through life. I'm newly single. I've been married my whole life. I don't even know how the hell to be single or how to date or what happens when you date. Like, I was just learning as I go along. And I was an emotional wreck. I was spiritually, mentally, physically, an emotional wreck. I was a wreck, okay? I have no problem admitting it to you guys. I was completely just a wreck, okay? But I was doing my best of keeping things together. Because, you know, that's what we do, right, ladies? We keep it together. We hold our head high. And we keep it pushing no matter what. So that's what I did. And I just got to the point where I was just like, okay, you know what? I think I'm addicted to sex. Like, no lie, I think that at one point I was addicted to it because that was my only way of coping. That was my only stress reliever. Like, because I'm a workaholic. Like, I indulge in work. I'm always on my hustle. And if I'm not doing that, I'm with my children. And I had no outlet of releasing my stress to the point where, like I said, I was drained in every way a woman could be drained, okay, honey? So the reason why I went celibate is because I wanted to find myself, okay? After being married for quite amount of time, you start to feel lost. You start to feel like you don't know who you are anymore. You start to feel like you done sacrificed everything for somebody just for them to like spit in your face. Like, you just starting to ask yourself, like, who am I? Like, who is the woman that I want to be or that I aim to be? Like, am I that woman? Like, you start asking yourself that question, and after a couple heartbreaks back to back to back, not even heartbreaks, like disappointment, because really and truly, I'm gonna be honest with you, if you have a divorce, you ain't worried about falling in love. Like, you just like, to hell with it, I don't care about love don't exist. Like, you get real bitter, I'm telling you. No matter how much you try to hide it, you're bitter as heck, okay? And you not on no, I want to fall in love. You just want to have somebody. Like, you just want to feel that somebody's there. You just want to feel like somebody cares, because you're on this rampage of redefining yourself as a woman. And it's going to take time. And that's what a lot of us don't understand. It takes time and it takes sacrifice. And that sacrifice is called celibacy. So, if you're wondering how does celibacy benefit us, that's how it benefits us. It allows us time to regroup, refocus, and redefine ourselves as a woman. Okay? Mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Because if you don't remember, sex is a spiritual connection, okay? Especially if you don't use protection. Let's keep it all the way 100, okay? Every time you lay with somebody unprotected, you're drawing their inner spirit. You're drawing their you know, Jamaicans would have said crosses. You're putting on people crosses onto yourself, on top of the crosses that you already have. And crosses meaning like bad spirits, stress, depression, the whole nine. That's what we mean by crosses, okay? And it just got to the point where I was just like, enough is enough. My children need me. I need to get my together, okay? Because this is not me. I've never been so down and out in my whole entire life, no matter what I've been through. And I done been through, okay? I done been through some things, okay? As a young woman, before motherhood, after motherhood, all right? And celibacy was my power tool, and it can be that for you. Celibacy is very powerful. Like, you gotta understand that the time that you spend to yourself is almost like you're reflecting the self-love that you have for yourself, okay? This is your time to love you. This is your time to reiterate the type of person you want to be. Show yourself love, you know, treat yourself. Do things that you never did before. As far as, like, you know, treat yourself to a mini getaway. Get your nails and your hair done on a regular. You know, treat these dudes like they ain't nothing. Let's just be honest. This is your time, all right? You gonna flip the script during your celibacy. You gonna be playing the games. You gonna be hanging up the phone. You gonna be playing all types of games, okay? Because you ain't with the BS. You are worshiping your body, mind, and soul during celibacy. And it's all worth it, honey, okay? And I'm going to get down into the bottom of it right now. So, does celibacy hurt? It can. Honestly, it can. I stayed celibate for 7 months. I know that's not a lot, but honey, sister, let me tell you. It was very hard, okay? For somebody that been having a lot of sex from marriage till I decided not to be, like, it was hard, okay? It was painful for me. Like, I literally had to go to the doctor. My gynecologist looked at me and was like, listen, you're torturing yourself, okay? Because women are made to have sex. Like, sex does a lot for our what would they call it again? Our reproductive system. That's what she said. She said, girl, you're torturing yourself, you're breaking your body down being celibate. Now, I wasn't expecting that from a gynecologist, because you think a gynecologist is going to say, oh, that's good, safe sex, no sex, less problems, healthier for you. No, she was like, girl, you're breaking down your body. You're doing the most. You need to calm down. You know, it's not that serious. And she said, go get you a vibrator or something. because you're breaking your body down. And that's where I developed anxiety. Okay? I developed really bad anxiety to the point where they was like, girl, you need a pill or something. Like, I'm telling y'all, I'm being all the way raw and uncut. I had to be on anxiety meds because of celibacy and, you know, slight things to do with my divorce. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, divorce was like a lot, but me up and deciding to just cut sex off. Remember, sex was my way of coping in life. That's how I cope with anything. I don't know if I was addicted to it or not, but I think I was at one point. And then I just went cold turkey, like completely cold turkey. No vibrator, no fingering, no nothing, no quickies, nothing for 7 months straight, okay? And my doctor was like, girl, you need to go to the local sex store, get you a sex toy, go online, get you some toys, like, do something, because if you come back in my office, we gonna have a problem. Now, let me tell you, the reason why I say celibacy hurts is because, for one, when you don't have sex, you know, you feel the urge, okay? The urge is still there. The urge is hard to fight, but you could do it. Okay, sister, you could do it. I'm gonna tell you, you could do it. And then on top of that, like, sometimes even when you feel the urge and you're fighting it, say you try to take a cold shower, or you try to read a book, or you try to just change your mindset, it's hard not to think about it. Because think about it, every woman, oh, I just rhymed. I'm amazing like that. When you think about it, a woman naturally wants to feel wanted, right? A woman naturally wants to have that physical affection and intimacy, you know? That's what makes us feel like a woman. So I went from mentally distraught, okay, sexually distraught, to like spiritually distraught all at once, because I was like I was breaking down myself even more, because it just got to the point where I was just like, okay, if I'm gonna redefine who I am and who I want to be, I gotta start from scratch. I gotta understand myself, okay? Most of us would say find ourselves, okay? All right, back to the subject. So it can be painful. You're gonna have cramping, you know, maybe your period is gonna be off. My period was off all the time, so it had me on an emotional roller coaster, okay? And on top of that, I was on birth control. I had the nerve to be on birth control while I was celibate, guys. And the only reason is because the one that I use is like, it's kind of like, how would you say, not detrimental, but it's kind of like, it's not easy to get rid of. Put it like that. So, and my cycle was used to it for about 2.5 years, going on 3. So if I would have just cold turkey my birth control on top of it, then my body would have definitely went completely out of whack, and I couldn't manage. Like, I was going through enough, okay? Not having sex was destroying me. Literally, it was destroying me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It could do that because you're not feeling wanted as a woman. Like, your body's reacting like you want sex, you need sex, you gotta have it. You like, damn, what am I doing to myself? Sorry, I didn't mean to curse, but you know, that's where your mind is at. So you start to mentally challenge yourself now. This is where the mental repairing starts with celibacy, because now you're redefining yourself. You're telling yourself, like, I don't need sex to feel wanted. I'm a woman. I'm sexy. I'm confident. I'm everything and more. I don't need sex to make me feel that way. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's where the mental part comes into the celibacy, which makes it powerful, okay? Because you already understand what it means to have sex and the power of sex when you're actually having sex with these men. You understand how to play the game, okay? How to play your cards right. We all been there. But to flip the script and be powerful without actually opening your legs, girl, sister, I want to tell you, okay? It is an amazing feeling. That's why I understand that power brings authority. Power gives you that feeling of authority, and it's an amazing feeling. It's like an adrenaline rush. It's like, ooh, you can't tell me nothing. I got this. And all of us women want to feel that way, want to do that, but it takes a little sacrifice, and that's where celibacy comes in, okay? So, yes, celibacy does hurt. I believe it does. You're going to have your little struggles when you want to have sex, and you might have cramping. I developed anxiety because I just, like, went from, sex to no sex in a matter of a split second. And sex is how I cope. It's just how I cope. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's how I cope. But I wanted to overcome it, okay, and that's what I did. Second, does celibacy work in regards to relationship and marriage and the whole nine? Yes, it does, honey. Sister, let me tell you, okay? Yes, it does. That celibacy I did for 7 months saved my life. Hold up, because my leg is falling asleep. Oh, God. My leg is falling asleep, sister. I gotta stretch my leg out. Okay. My leg fell asleep. Like, seriously, it really fell asleep. All right. Does celibacy work in regards to relationship? Yes, it does. It definitely does, because you have to be ready for the type of love that you're asking for, okay? You have to be spiritually and emotionally ready for the type of love that you want. And all of us want true love, right? All of us want true love. We want the fairy tale. We want to be happy. We want it all, okay? But we have to realize that it takes a lot of mental preparation. Ooh. I'm sorry, guys. It takes a lot of mental preparation to be prepared for the type of love that we're asking for. Because, first of all, you have to be able to recognize when you do have that love in your life. You have to recognize in a man when he is showing you the ultimate respect and love that you deserve. And the only way you can do that is to be prepared. And to me, that's how celibacy prepares you, because then you're able to be strong enough to focus. Okay? You can focus and pinpoint when this man is showing you the ultimate respect, when he's at your beck and call, when he's satisfying your every need. Like, you'll be able to sit back and notice it, okay, without questioning it. And that is the beauty of celibacy. That is the most beautiful part about celibacy. So yes, it does work. Now, in regards to why should you go celibate, honestly, that's a judgment call that you have to make. You gotta know. I was on the floor. You gotta know, like, you gotta know your strength. You gotta know your inner strength. You gotta know when is enough. You gotta know when to draw the line at some point in time in your life. If you want change, you gotta make certain steps to receive change. If you want, put it like this, you can't, let me fix this camera. You can't do the same things and expect different results. Okay? And that's where celibacy comes in perfectly. Okay? Oh my God. Can y'all see me? Okay. Yeah, that's where celibacy comes in perfectly. Like, you can't do the same thing and expect something different. So it's like you can't keep, going on dates repeatedly only to find out that they're the wrong guy or they're not what you're looking for. You gotta draw the line somewhere. You can't keep going on these sex escapades and, you're just like, all right, what the hell with it? I don't believe in love anymore, so I'm gonna have one night stands and the whole nine. Like, you're destroying yourself, you're destroying your life. You know, you want to stay safe, you want to stay healthy out there, and you can't do that behaving in such a manner. And you definitely can't find the husband that you desire acting like that, honey. Because remember, you don't want a track record. You don't want to be out here in these streets, sister. Like, you just don't. You don't want to be so-called common. Like, you just don't want a body count. Because by the time you find a husband, he gonna be like, oh no, like, I'm gonna keep you in the house, I'm gonna keep you tucked away in the house, because I don't want nobody to know. Them type of vibes, okay? You gotta be able to draw the line and understand that change is necessary. You need to respect yourself more, okay? Whether you want to be with someone or not, it doesn't give you the right to belittle yourself pertaining to intimacy, okay? Rise above it, because yeah, it can overtake you. Sex is something that is so powerful. It can overtake you in the littlest ways, and you would even realize it, all right? But that's where celibacy comes in, and you have to really, like, just buckle down, honey. All right, sister, you gotta buckle down. Like, get it together, okay? Make up your mind. Do what you gotta do, all right? And last but not least, my experience with celibacy. Okay. Celibacy changed my life, okay? I honestly, like, there's a saying that you don't find love when you're looking for it. It comes to you when you stop looking. Absolutely true. When I decided to be celibate, I just wanted to get my life back on track. And I knew the only way I could do that is to redefine who I was. I was no longer a wife. I was no longer that wife. I had to ask myself, okay, moving forward, what type of woman do I want to be? Okay? I had to ask myself those questions. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. But it's getting on my nerves. And I had to ask myself, like, okay, who do I want to be now? Because I feel like I lost myself in my marriage. And sisters, we do that, you know. We lose ourselves because in our relationships, because we want to be everything that the guy needs us to be, you know. We don't want to give them a reason to go out there. But trust me, I'm gonna tell you the truth. No matter what you do, if you bend over backwards, if you're doing all the right things, sometimes it's just not good enough because that's not your person. And you can't beat yourself up about it. You gotta just let it go, sister, okay? Let it go and keep moving, because that's not your person. And celibacy led me to my person. Now, I met the most respectful, the most loving, the most nurturing, the most attentive, the most humble, the most sexiest man of my life, okay? This man, when I met him, okay, I was giving him hell. Like, I would just tell you the straight up truth. I was like, hell no, I hate men, stay over there. I'm all right with being a single mom. I finally got it down packed. Like, I got this. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't need you. I don't want you. Sister, this man was like, okay. Now, when he said okay, I was just like, wait, hold up. Wait, what? Because, you know, normally men have an issue with you saying that you don't need them. They start telling you that you're attacking their pride, and they start getting in their feelings. He was just like, okay, that ain't gonna change nothing. I'm still gonna pursue you. Like, he was so confident but humble with it. You know what I'm saying? And he would still call me, ask me how my day was going. I would still give him a hard time, like, why are you calling me? I don't need you to call me, lose my number, blah, blah, blah. He got my number. How he got my number again? Because I didn't give it to him. I didn't give it to him for a while. I met him through a mutual friend, and then, yeah, something like that, okay? But he would call, how was your day? All right, bye. Because he knew I was, like, giving him the business, okay? I did not care. And he didn't care if it took 2 minutes to just ask me how my day was and hang up on me. He ain't care. Sister, he was just like, whatever. You wanna behave like that? All right, I'm right here with it. Like, what you wanna do? So he would still call me, ask me how I'm doing, hang up on me. I was like, whatever, like, you waste your time. Why are you even calling me? And then after a while, like, he was so consistent that I was just like, dang, like, I started to feel bad. Now, that's where celibacy comes in, honey, because you're able to mentally focus. You're able to mentally realize the difference between your past men and men that is in front of you towards your future. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could compare the two and say, oh, my ex used to do this, or my ex never did this, but he's doing it. That's where celibacy comes in, okay? So now I'm like, wait, like, you know, my exes never asked me how my day was going. Something so simple as that. They never checked on me. I was always the one to check on them, ask them if they ate or how their day was going and all types of things, okay? So, number one, that stood out to me about him. Second, he knew I had kids, and he never once asked me to go out of my way to be with him for my children. Like, as time evolved and we got to know each other, he would try to fit into my schedule. He would call me during the day. He would call me at night when I'm at work, and he would literally stay on the phone with me all night while I'm at work, okay? All night. Like, even if he fall asleep, he stayed on the phone with me, okay? Until I get home. And then when I get home, I would take a shower and tell him that I'm going to take a nap, and he would say, okay, and then he'll give me, like, a couple hours, and he'll call me right back. Like, he was always willing to try to make it work so that we could get to know each other. He never once said to me, oh, why don't you come spend the night, or why don't we chill, why don't we kick it? Like, never. He left it up to me, and that showed me that he respected me, okay, and my children, because I definitely wasn't gonna go out of my way for no more men, okay, when it comes to my children. So that went on for a couple months, and then I finally said, all right, you know what? He proved himself, because he surely did, all right? And it would be very disrespectful of me to not acknowledge him, because this man has been pulling all the stops. Like, he has really been trying. He's a gentleman, something that I clearly never had before. So I could now know what a gentleman looks like and acts like, thanks to celibacy, okay? And I was just saying to myself, like, I gotta acknowledge him. Like, I gotta give him a chance. And I told him straight up, I said, I'm not sleeping with you. So if that's what you want, then too bad. You're wasting your time. I'm not sleeping with you. I'm not doing it. And he was like, I don't need to have sex with you. That's your choice if you want to have sex with me. I'm not here for that. And he literally, like, the whole time we got to know each other, he never once mentioned sex. Like, once I told him that I'm not with that, he totally respected it. Okay, he totally respected it. And he was such a gentleman. Like, he still treated me like a lady. He still called all the time. He still stayed on the phone all night with me, all day. And remind you, like, his job is very time consuming, okay? So for him to even be on the phone with me like that, it was like a sacrifice within itself, because he works with his hands. He just works. His job is very hectic, like, very hectic, and it's not an easy job. So It's not like he's sitting there behind a desk or something. Like he be on the move, he be on the go. It's like wear and tear on his body, but he makes sure that he got his Bluetooth, okay? And he will talk to me. And our conversations was very I don't know, like very intriguing. Like, you know, we talked about stuff that you don't normally talk about when you first meet somebody, and like we just connected on a whole mental, spiritual level before anything else. And I think that is the ultimate beauty of celibacy, because it allows you to attract, you would call that a sapiosexual. That's what you call that. Somebody that can make love to your mind. Somebody that can have intriguing conversation. Someone that can just stimulate your mind. That is amazing. Like, it's an amazing feeling. It's like he touching you with his hands, and he not really touching you. Yes, sister. He is touching you with his hands and not really touching you, okay? If you could have that type of connection with somebody before it gets physical, you'll hit the jackpot, okay? And trust me, I hit the jackpot. And I'm telling you, sisters, don't lose faith, okay? Where there's hope, there's life. It's a process, all right? Celibacy is a process. It's a big process, but don't you ever give up, okay? Sisters, promise me right now, okay? Right now. Cross your finger. Promise me. You'll never give up on finding your true love. The type of love that you want. The type of relationship that you want. Don't you ever, ever, ever give up. If you decide to go celibate, take all these things that I'm saying into consideration. But sister, I'm telling you, you got this, okay? You got this. You could do it. It's a little sacrifice, it's a little struggle, but it's worth it in the end, completely worth it. Because I'm telling you right now, this man that I got right now, honey, is a man. Like, I feel like I done found me a king, okay? I done found me a true king. Ain't no little boy, ain't no F-boy, ain't no somebody that's confused and don't know what he want. No, I hit the jackpot, and I could say that proudly. And I could say that knowing that I didn't sacrifice my body, my soul, my mind. I didn't sacrifice none of that to find this man, okay? And I'm feeling very blessed. I'm feeling very happy and excited for the future. Guys, remember to stay tuned. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. I'm going to bring you on this journey with me, okay? We not holding back nothing. I'm going to continue to uplift my sisters and bring you with me on this journey. Content every week. Intro coming. And connect with me. Hit me up on Instagram, okay? I'm new to Instagram, so help me get me to at least 1,000 followers, please. And thank you. Subscribe to my channel, tell a friend to tell a friend, and thank you for watching. Please.